As you can see, I don't have a bookshelf, so I stack them. And maybe I'll get a bookshelf, but maybe I won't. Who knows what I'll do? Not me. All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Sam, the teacher. Thanks for coming back to my channel where I teach you how to master the subjects of reading and writing so that you can achieve your goals and actualize your full potential. That's a project of this channel. I don't know what your goals are, and I don't know enough about you to speak on your potential as a human being, but I don't have to. And why don't I have to? Because reading and writing are mankind's oldest intellectual tools for a reason. They are foundational subjects. This is what I used to tell my undergraduate students at Johns Hopkins University when I was there teaching and giving lectures about books and earning my master's degree. So I'm a fiction writer and a teacher, and if you subscribe to my channel and watch my videos, you will, over the weeks, months, and years to come, improve your abilities to read and write well. But how are you going to do that? Well, one of the ways is obviously by starting a writing habit, which I've talked about in dozens of videos. Links in the descriptions, card in the corner. Is it that one? I actually don't know. Also, I hope you take me up on some of my book recommendations. Today I am talking about my favorite contemporary fiction writer and why I think reading her work can help you become a better storyteller, which, as I see it, is as fundamental and profoundly valuable a skill as any that exists. If you can tell a good story, if your baseline way of telling a story is good, which I think reading fiction, exposing ourselves to story can do for us, you're in a better position to do what I said at the beginning of the video: achieve your goals, actualize your full potential, and just manipulate the fabric of reality to some self-benefiting end as it unfolds in front of you. I don't know, whatever, lofty stuff. Do you agree? What is your experience with reading and writing? Let me know in the comments section down below. But okay, without further ado, let's get into it. So, like the title of this video suggests, I took a break from reading, the longest break that I've taken in like years since I got really serious about reading and writing my freshman year of undergrad. I started a new job about 12 weeks ago, and between learning the new job and maintaining the YouTube upload schedule, there wasn't a lot of time left over to read for enjoyment, to read for pleasure, or to really just read. But over the last week, I started forcing myself to get back into reading. Against my own will, I demanded it of myself. I've tried doing this before since I started at this new job, but it's been tricky because, as I've said in other videos, I was and still am reading In Search of Lost Time by Marcel Proust. It's right over here. It's looking over my shoulder at everything I do. But yeah, it's a beast of a book. I'm almost 4,000 pages in. I have several hundred more to go. So it's just slow going. It is a dense 20th century high modernist novel, and if you're trying to get back into reading, I don't recommend picking up the Proust. But I knew I needed to get back on the reading wagon because I am a firm believer that a daily reading habit is extremely important and extremely beneficial, extremely valuable, whatever the right word is. A healthy diet of words helps us optimize our usage of language, either consciously or unconsciously. I can't say for certain, but that's my philosophy. That's what that's the philosophy I operate under, and it's why I think it's so important that I figure out a way to pick up books again and spend, at least an hour a day reading them. Because reading makes using words easier, and using words is important. So I was like, I need to get serious and start reading again. The Proust is not working right now. I'll still keep reading In Search of Lost Time, maybe like 10 to 20 pages per day. I am too far along to stop. I will not allow myself to stop outright, but maybe just 10 or 20 pages a day. But anyways, I needed a book. I knew that I needed a book that would help me more easily reestablish a daily writing habit. I had to negotiate with myself and figure out, like, how can I get out of this slump? And that is where this book came in. It's an old favorite and has also been chewed up by my dog, one of my corgis, Moby. And I'll give Joey, my wonderful editor, a picture of Moby to lay over as I'm doing this. But Moby, who's named after the whale, chewed this book. He is cute, but he is also evil. So he has been known to chew my books from time to time. Can you see the cover? And the pages too. The pages are really, really rough. He really got these things. But yeah, this is the book, The Visiting Privilege by Joy Williams. I first read it when I was assigned the book during one of my graduate seminars at Johns Hopkins University. So maybe you've heard of Joy Williams, maybe you haven't. She's commonly referred to as like the greatest writer most people have never heard of. She's called a writer's writer. Maybe that term means something to you. Maybe it doesn't. It does, and it doesn't matter. I don't know. I have to keep moving before I get bogged down. Joy Williams is an absolute baller. I've linked a few articles about her and her writing in the comment section down below. I highly recommend that you check all of them out. My favorite article of the bunch is titled, quote, Joy Williams Does Not Write for Humanity, and it was published by The New Yorker in September of 2021. So that's a cool title. And if you're a writer and going to have an article written about you, it sounds like a cool title to me. So that's my pitch. And that essay written about Joy Williams not writing for humanity begins with the sentence, quote, you don't encounter the fiction of Joy Williams without experiencing a measure of bewilderment. So she is awesome. And I picked this book because I thought reading something shorter and I'll say faster maybe than the Proust would help me reestablish a reading habit. And I'll say now, this is like my Joy Williams pitch, even though I've already kind of done it. Joy Williams has mastered the craft of writing. She's notorious for being an incredible short story writer. Everybody who's anybody in the writing community has shouted her out. Don DeLillo, George Saunders. I can't think of other names right now, but they're out there. I mean, those guys are like, you know, kind of the gold standard in terms of great contemporary writers. Obviously, there are more, but, you know, 2 examples. So if you know them, that's, again, my pitch. So Joy Williams has mastered the craft of writing, and she's notorious for being an incredible short story writer. And that's what The Visiting Privilege is. It is a collection of her short fiction, new and old, but let me talk about it more specifically, because one of the points of this video is to give you some direction if you're in a bit of a reading or writing or just general literary life slump. But this video is winding down. Here is why I love it. I think that it rewards rereading. You'll reach the end of many of these short stories and wonder what happened, and I don't mean in the sense that they were unclear, but like that the writing was so good that it kind of lies just beyond your ability to comprehend fully in its entirety on a first read through. I really enjoy that. Like, that's what I like when I read, and I know everybody isn't that way, but every story is clearly written, well written. So obviously, like, thinking back, you can name specific events, draw certain events to mind when reflecting on it at the end of the story, but I think you can also feel this kind of deep and complicated magic shining through Joy Williams, shining through her prose, which for me is like the mark for any great piece of writing. The stories are fast, but again, they're also complicated and they're deep, and they
They make you feel like you are meeting, like you're experiencing who the people that are portrayed in her stories are. I really like to read for character, and I think you would be hard-pressed to find better characters. Some of my favorite quotes from the book. Here we go. Rapid fire. Quote, "We are here to prepare for not being here." Quote, "The best books were those uninhabited by those who wrote them." And quote, "Plants have lived in the now for a long time, but they still have to have some things explained to them." Joy Williams' writing is fast, it's exciting, it's playful, it's masterful. I cannot recommend this book or any of her books enough. She is a great contemporary writer. If you haven't found her work, you should pick it up. That's my recommendation. You're in a slump, she will help get you out of it. Her writing has helped me get out of my slump because of how artful the overwhelming majority of the stories in this collection are. I know that she spends years writing stories that are only a few pages long, and I think you feel that when you read her prose. You feel that there is time and energy behind these words. So if you're in a slump, I hope you will check the visiting privilege out, because I think it can help you get back into the swing of things. But yeah, check out Joy Williams. I love her. If you've read her, let me know in the comments. If you haven't read her, let me know in the comments. If you like the book, let me know in the comments. If you have any experiences at all with reading and writing, let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end of this video, know that I am so grateful for you. I appreciate you so much. I hope that you will or have already subscribed, and I hope that you'll say hi to me in the comment section down below. I know I have hardly plugged comments at all at the end of this video. And yeah, I hope that we can get better at reading and writing and thinking and speaking and just telling stories. I hope that we can get better at all of those things together. So thank you again for watching, everyone. I hope that you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time.